Together we can do it. Nobody can do it alone, but together we can do it. We got to play it one play. Let's play our kind of football. Let's go.
Simply put, Kansas City Chiefs football is winning football. Arrowhead Stadium is home to one of the most dangerous teams in the National Football League.
There it is, there it is.
Stay up on the stutter. Don't go down. Stay up.
Come on.
Over the last 2 seasons, the Chiefs have taken step after significant step on the road to the Super Bowl. Their defense yields the fewest points in the AFC. Their offense, among the NFL's best, is powerful and precise, strong and swift. This is a team together, spirited by success, yet pushed by the promise of more to come. The standards have been set. The final ascent is at hand. Training Camp 1991. The Chiefs were looking to build on an 11-5 season, to begin anew with the knowledge they were more than playoff contenders. Now, they were crusaders on the championship chase.
Our football team recognizes we can compete with everyone in this league. Basically, I think what we've got to do is recapture the chemistry of 1990. I think we've got a very, very good start on that.
Well, we got 3 more workouts left. Let's get it done. Let's get it done right. Let's find a way to push one another, drag one another, pull one another.
The work in Wisconsin had to translate into victory at Arrowhead. On opening day, it did just that. The MO was vintage Chiefs, a punishing ground game led by Christian Okoye's 143 yards.
Get off line, get up, push it, push it, push it. Get it up in there. Hand up Okoye, right side, gets a block, runs laterally, cuts the corner. He'll gallop in for a touchdown.
Add to that a dominating defense, triggered by 6 turnovers and an early season gut check. A big-time goal line stand in the first quarter. The 14-3 victory was the first step, one play at a time, one game at a time.
What a great start! What a great start! That's what!
KC is the team of the 90s. Put that in your banking NFL films and put it on ESPN.
2 tough losses followed. The second, a titanic struggle in the Astrodome, in which the Chiefs laid a serious hurting on the Oilers. To be successful in the NFL, you must understand that the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Few preach that sense of conviction and commitment better than Marty Schottenheimer.
One play at a time. Stay together, 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 together. Play together, we'll get it done, get it done, get it done, get it done.
Monday Night Football at Arrowhead. The opponent, the undefeated and defending AFC champion Buffalo Bills. It was time to put aside the tough losses and the uninspiring victories. Stay the course believe in the program and in each other, and the job will get done right. The Chiefs' cutting-edge performance was yet one more validation of Schottenheimer's coaching philosophy.
Goal line, he's in for a touchdown.
Whoa! Oh, he went through those people.
Back to pass, Kelly. He escapes. He runs. He's sacked by Derek Thomas. He's being chased. He spins around. He's hit and sacked. He's sacked by Derek Thomas. He stands. He's hit. He's spun. He's sacked. It's the fourth time Kelly has been it tonight. That time it was Billy Moss.
The Chiefs sacked Jim Kelly 6 times and forced 5 turnovers.
Drops back, throws it across the middle, caught by Thurman Thomas. He's hit the ball yard free, picked up by Kansas City and Kevin Ross. It's another fumble for the Buffalo Bills. The Chiefs sets up. He's hit from behind. Derek Thomas hits him. The ball is free, picked up by Kansas City. The 4th fumble tonight. Count them, 4. And look around, Lenny. Nobody is sitting. The entire place is standing up. They love defense in Kansas City.
Buffalo had the ball for less than 16 minutes the entire game. For the first time since 1975, 2 Chiefs rushed for over 100 yards in the same game. Rookie Harvey Williams and Christian Okoye.
4th down and a yard to go. DeBerg gets the snap. Hands off. Christian, right side. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the Chiefs are running roughshod over the Buffalo Bills.
The 33-6 devastation captured the attention of football fans all over the nation. The message was stark in its simplicity. These Chiefs were truly Super Bowl contenders. Your thought for the day. The Chiefs would set a single-season home attendance record in 1991 with an average attendance that ranked 2nd in the NFL. In Kansas City, it was clearly time to smile. The Buffalo win was followed by another total team effort. This time, Miami was steamrolled. 153 more yards by Okoye sparked the offense, but it was the defense that made the play of the day.
Handoff, Smith, left side, hurdles a defender. He's stuck in midair. The ball yard free, picked up by Chris Martin. The 20, a foot race to the 30, the 40, the sideline, the 50. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, baby, what a play.
Chris Martin's 100-yard touchdown proved the impetus for the 42-7 victory. In a game of big plays, the Chiefs got 2 scoring catches from rookie Tim Barnett.
Catch, Tim Barnett, touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs.
It was the Chiefs' 4th consecutive win. Their 5-2 record was their best start in 10 years and a tribute to the man who by season's end would have the best winning percentage in franchise history. Marty Schottenheimer is one of the finest head coaches in the National Football League. He's the only AFC coach to take his team to the playoffs 6 times since 1985.
One play at a time. We got to stand up, we got to reach up, we got to go up together.
One play at a time. Everybody pull your oar, we'll get it done. Let's go.
You got an opportunity at a moment to control something. Anything that's gone by is gone by. And anything in front of you, you may never get to. But you take one play at a time.
This belief was the foundation of a key come-from-behind win on a Monday night at Arrowhead. The victim was the Los Angeles Raiders. Early in the 4th quarter, trailing 21-10, the Chiefs were on the verge of extinction. It was then that the defense sowed the seeds of victory.
Schrader, quarterback Schrader, drops back. He looks left, cocks his arm. He's being chased. He throws at the last second. It's an interception by Lloyd Burris. The 10, the 20, a foot race to the 30. He's at the 40, a foot race to the 50. Being chased the 40, the 30, the 20. Caught from behind. Folks, that is a big, big play. 4th and goal inside the 1. The handoff, Christian, sweep. He runs laterally, left side. He dives in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
With 51 seconds left, the offense produced the go-ahead touchdown.
The snap, the backpedaling to Bird, sets, he looks, he guns a pass into the end zone, wide open, touchdown. Tim Barnett has just given Kansas City the lead. Oh, baby, what a play! Back to pass, Schrader. Good time, looks long, darts a pass, down the middle, it's deflected, intercepted by Cherry. Folks, we've got a winner in Kansas City. We've got a winner.
It was Kansas City's 6th win of the season. The 7th would come the following week in Los Angeles, again in dramatic fashion.
Snap, the handoff, Del Pino, sweep right. He's being chased, cuts outside, hit, fumble on the play. It's picked up by Kansas City. Derek Thomas, the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown! What a play! The Chiefs are on top! The snap, the drop back, here comes the rush. Derek Thomas knocks the ball away, and Kansas City's got it. Baby, we've got a winner in Los Angeles. That'll do it. That'll do it. Kansas City's got a win.
After 10 games, the Chiefs were 7-3.
Side linebacker from Alabama, number 58, Derek Thomas.
The defense was doing much of the damage, just as it has done over the last 2 seasons. Consider this, from 1990 and 1991, no AFC team has allowed fewer points per game than the Chiefs. No AFC team has more sacks than the Chiefs. And finally, no NFL team in the last 2 years has produced more turnovers than the Kansas City Chiefs. Defense. It was the catalyst in Seattle. 5 sacks and a fourth-quarter Deron Cherry interception helped the Chiefs hold a team without a touchdown for the 3rd time in 1991.
Here comes the rush, and down he goes. Back to pass, Craig backpedals, guns a pass down the middle, intercepted, and the Chiefs have snuffed out the Seahawks.
The 19-6 victory, the Chiefs' 8th of the season, included 4 Nick Lowry field goals, as the NFL's most accurate kicker moved ahead of Jan Stenerud to become Kansas City's all-time leading scorer.
And left tackle from Iowa, number 76, John Holt. And left guard from Penn State, number 79, Dave Stock. And center from Notre Dame, number 61, Tim Grunhard. And right guard from Georgia Tech, number 72, David Luke. And right tackle from Wake Forest, number 77, Rich Baldinger.
The best offensive line in the AFC propelled the 5th best offense in the NFL. They permitted the fewest sacks in the conference. And for the 3rd consecutive year, spearheaded a running game that generated a 1,000-yard rusher, one of only 4 NFL teams to accomplish such a meaningful measure of consistency. In 1991, Christian Okoye was the man. A victory over San Diego at Arrowhead and a 2nd straight playoff berth was guaranteed.
Together we can do it. Nobody can do it alone, but together we can do it. We got to play it one play. Let's play our kind of football, and we'll come out of it with a win. Let's go.
Freeze, the Charger quarterback, drops back to throw, bullets a pass into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Chargers on top on an 18-play drive.
First drive is always a bitch.
The 50, the 40, the 30, he's gone, the 20, the 10, and it is a touchdown. And the Chargers suddenly lead 13-0.
Nothing extraordinary, man. Let's just go on about our business. Do the little thing. All right, let me have the defense quickly. Let me have the defense quickly. We got to win on first down now. We know what they're doing, what they're trying to do. Now let's calm down, win on first down. Tell them, win on first down. Let's go. Knock them back. Got to knock them back. Let's go. Boys, one play at a time. We've got some pressure. We got some pressure on them now.
A fumble on the play, picked up by Derek Thomas at the 10. He bobbles it, gets it out of bounds to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
If they give us the ball, it's not a touchdown because it was a backward pass, cannot be advanced.
Classic under center. The snap, handoff, Berry, left side, Diggs, turns, touchdown, Kansas City!
In this crucial contest, with postseason play the prize, it was the performance of quarterback Mark Vlasic that held the promise of victory.
Vlasic gets the snap, drops back, short drop back, floats a pass, far side. He's got Burton, diving catch, inside the 20. Rolling Vlasic has time, he's being chased, arches a spiral inside the 5, caught on a spin by Harvey Williams. Touchdown, Kansas City. Oh, baby, what a play.
Rock, they got no timeouts. No timeouts. They got no timeouts. Let them go. Let them go.
17-14 Chiefs lead. Freeze drops back. Here comes the blitz. He'll dump it off. Far side caught from McEwen at the 20. He works to the 19. A late hit on the play. A late hit by Derek Thomas. A penalty against Kansas City. This to tie the game and send it into overtime. Bad snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. And we are tied.
All right, we're back where we started. You can't let it. Hey, you got to forget it, Derek. Listen to me. Look at me, young man. You got to forget it. Derek, I'm telling you something. You understand what I'm telling you? Look at me, Derek. You got to forget it. If you don't forget it, it'll gnaw at you. It'll take away your ability to do what you need to do in the overtime. Derek, we're right where we started before the game. It's nothing. We got a chance to win. We got to have you a solid mind. Now, Derek, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Get it out of your mind. Let's get tuned up.
Handoff up the middle. Barry works. Straight 3, 25, 20.
Go.
Breaks a tackle at the 10. Spins to the 5. He's to the 1. Oh, what a play.
Field goal.
To win the game. Wow, good snap, good hold. The kick, it's up. The Chiefs win it. The Chiefs win.
If you just keep going and doing the things that you know how to do, you can succeed. Man, it is a great tribute to everybody in this room. It's a great tribute more than to your ability, but to your mentality, that we were able to persevere.
For the first time since the late 60s, Kansas City would make back-to-back postseason appearances. The playoff opponent would be the Los Angeles Raiders. But first, the final Sunday of the regular season against none other than the Raiders. The winner would host the wild card game the following week.
Well, I can't think of a better team to play 2 weeks in a row. I mean, that's what it's all about. Raiders, Kansas City Chiefs, big rivalry. Why not?
Have a good one now. Have a good one, Vegas. Play good.
This would be Chiefs football, winning football. Come on! 152 rushing yards for Barry Word. The defining element of an efficient, big play offense.
Fake handoff by DeBerg, winds up, arches a spiral downfield. He's got a receiver, Burton 15. He'll high step it in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 57-yard touchdown pass. How do you like that?
start dropping the throw, they dump that ball to Marcus. I want everybody flying him. I don't want to see him jumping back and forth, breaking tackles. Let's tackle a guy.
Early in the fourth quarter, the Raiders cut Kansas City's lead to 6. With a return to Arrowhead in jeopardy, the Chiefs had the right response.
Shotgun formation for DeBerg. Gets the snap, looks left, throws a short pass up the middle, it's caught. At the 50, Burden, he's on the 40, he's on the 30, he's gone, touchdown! They're on a roll, baby, they're on a roll!
I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come.
Bring it long, John.
Bring it long, John. It's plenty cold. Here we come, Kansas City. We brought it back home.
Chiefs fans have been waiting an awful long time for this event. This is the first playoff game in Kansas City in 20 years, the first ever here at Arrowhead Stadium. And what about the opponent? The Raiders from Los Angeles, formerly of Oakland, one of the most bitter rivalries in the history of the National Football League. This game should be a blockbuster.
One play at a time. Roll that boat. Do it our way. The boat's loaded, men. Let's roll.
Hit, fumble on the punt, recovered by Moss. Fake handoff, back to pass. DeBerg looks into the end zone, arches a pass. He's got a receiver, backpedaling catch by Jones.
They're saying a touchdown. They say he would have come down, but the defensive man knocked him out of the end zone.
Boy, was that close.
The team that topped the league in takeaways tallied 6 against the Raiders.
Backpedaling Marinovich, looks right. Dumps a pass out in the flat, caught by Marcus Allen, 45, he's down to the 40. He's hit, fumble on the play, and recovered by Kansas City. Marinovich drops back, sets up, he's hit, he throws, the ball deflects, it's intercepted by Marks at the 50. They're on a roll, baby, and Todd Marinovich has been picked off for the 4th time today. I love it.
The first playoff game at Arrowhead ended with the Chiefs smothering the Raiders. It was another step on the road to the Super Bowl. Yet the final destination has not been reached. Step back for a moment and listen to Marty Schottenheimer after the final regular season game.
Congratulations. It's been a good regular season. Half the journey's behind. It was 16 weeks. The best part of the journey is ahead. What we all have to do now is grab the oars, start rowing together. Let's get this boat going fast and let it cross the finish line in front.
The objective is to finish first, to win the NFL championship. The Chiefs are a very good football team, mentally focused and physically imposing. The Chiefs are talented and tough, strong and sleek, propelled by proven veterans, pushed by young players full of promise. The Kansas City Chiefs, primed to take that next step, prepared for the final ascent.
Hi, I'm Steve Sable. I think everyone will agree that the Chiefs will be one of the true 4 or 5 Super Bowl contenders from the AFC. But if they hope to get to the Rose Bowl for Super Bowl 27, they'll have to improve their ability to strike quickly through the air. This is the age of the no-huddle offense and of 4 and 5 wide receiver formations on any down. And it's very hard to get to the big show without a big play passing game.
DeBerg gets the snap, drops back to throw, looks left, he cocks his arm, throws a long arching spiral near side, over the shoulder catch, touchdown Kansas City! Stephon Page!
2 seasons ago, in 1990, quarterback Steve DeBerg completed 7 passes of 60 yards or more. The big play was the big deal in Kansas City. In 1991, the 37-year-old DeBerg renewed his career-long battle with inconsistency. His age made him expendable.
The number one area we have to improve, obviously, is we think our quarterback position.
We have 2 timeouts.
Now look,
All right.
let's get to the last
Look,
points, Mike.
yeah, okay, but what I don't want to do is no sacks. One play at a time. Let's just do what's there. If it ain't there, don't.
Will it be Mark Vlasic? Second-round draft pick Matt Blunden. In 1992, the man will be 34-year-old Dave Craig. A veteran of 12 NFL seasons with the Seattle Seahawks. Only Roger Staubach led his team to victory more times than Dave Craig has when behind in the 4th quarter.
The thing that interests us most about David Craig is his ability to make the big play. 2 years ago, Derek Thomas had the NFL sack record, the 7 sacks, had the 8th one in his hands, and David Craig, and yet David slips out, throws a pass on the last play of the game.
The Chiefs accelerate into 1992 with the NFL's most destructive defender.
You got him up the field once, you got him inside once, didn't you? Good. Keep working on him.
Over the last 3 seasons, Derek Thomas has more sacks than any player in the league.
From a physical standpoint, he has tremendous speed. I don't know that I've ever been around a linebacker who can accelerate and run as fast as Derek Thomas. And as a pass rusher, I think that particular skill is the thing that sets him apart. He has a great pride in what he does. He wants to be the very, very best. And when you combine that with those physical skills, you get a guy who is on the threshold of becoming one of the best that's presently playing and maybe one of the best that's ever played.
Defense will remain the building block as the Chiefs construct that championship foundation.
Our front 7 on defense is very good. Derek Thomas, Dan Salamua, Neil Smith, and Chris Martin, Percy Snow, who will be back with us this year. These are fine, fine football players that we know have a lot of football left in them. On the offensive side of the ball, 3 of our 5 offensive linemen have 2 or less years in regards to experience and are starting for us. So we think that the offensive line is in good shape. We do what we think the best, and that's run the football, and we've got 3 outstanding running backs with Christian Okoye and Barry Word and Harvey Williams.
Harvey Williams is the one to watch. The masterful moments he manufactured as a rookie hold the promise of greatness in 1992.
The speed, I think, would set him apart from most of the backs that I've been around. He has the great ability to go the distance anytime he has the ball in his hand. I think barring injury, we've got a player who can bring a broad dimension of offense to what we do, because not only is he a fine runner, he's also an excellent receiver.
Williams and another of last season's rookies, wide receiver Tim Barnett, will help the Chiefs regain that big play bonanza that was missing from the offense in '91. An offense with a quick strike dimension. A defense with the league's most feared performer. A head coach who's both teacher and tactician.
Starts with 31 outside. Right. And now you got to be alert for him. You support if he blocks. Right. If he releases, they could run that triple stretch play action.
The parts are in place. The objective is singular and all-encompassing.
Work together now. Let's go, Sam. Hey, let's go, man. You want a piece of that championship? Put it in here.
The last Super Bowl appearance for the Kansas City Chiefs came following the 1969 season. That was an era of Chiefs football that featured, well, I guess you could say, a rather unique collection of characters. We'll take a look at these colorful Chiefs of the late 1960s, and then we're going to move to the early 1980s, to the story of Joe Delaney, a tale that in its tragic telling really speaks volumes about the enduring goodness of the human spirit. But first, a trip back in time.
The Chiefs were the NFL's version of a circus sideshow, and Hank Stram was a ringmaster who liked his performers to take center ring in an orderly fashion.
All right, down here. Take off.
Hank was a stickler for things looking just right. Whether you won or lost, I mean, you had to look just right, and we had to stand on the sideline with our helmets on our right arm and our hands over our hearts, and we had to start at number 1 and go down to number 2,000.
Number 1 was 5'6" Nolan Smith, a pesky competitor known as Super Nat.
Here's a guy, the smallest guy in football, running punch back. Every time we see him go down the field, somebody hit him, you know, we'd all just tighten up and say, oh, God, is he going to get up? He always bounced back up.
When he came into camp, he looked like a little choir boy, you know, and I liked him so much that I drafted him, I think, 5th or 6th as a punt return and a kickoff return specialist. And, of course, the other thing I liked about him was that I think at that time he was the only guy that I knew that was shorter than I was. And he had shorter legs than our Basset Hound. And so as a result, why, we had a lot of fun with that. But he was a great player and added a tremendous dimension to our football team.
A team of many dimensions, the Chiefs were blessed with short backs who could break long gains. Although they resembled hobby horses, 5'8" Mike Garrett and 5'9" Warren McVeigh, number 6, were workhorses for a coach that loved running runs.
Hank always felt, probably from being a short guy himself, that if he could get his backs to hide behind the offensive linemen, who were giants, that they could find the holes and get through, and it would make it harder for the defensive guys to see the running backs. And
Mike Garrett would sometimes hide back there, and from the tie-dye formation, sometimes you couldn't see him back there.
We had short backs, and as a result, we had large, oversized linemen, and we shifted a great deal. And so as a result, I thought it was very important for us to try to create a moment of indecision as much as we possibly could, because all the defense saw was the top of the hats of our backs. They didn't know where Mike was.
No, they couldn't find him.
Didn't know where he was.
But the Chiefs went to war with more than just concealed weapons in their backfield arsenal. Number 45, Robert Holmes, was the tank, and he rumbled over foes with a style that befitted his nickname. This 5'9", 220-pound people mover demonstrated that in addition to liking little men and big men, Stram also had a fondness for little big men.
The fact that a person is short doesn't mean that he isn't big. And I think Curly Culp fit that description to a T. You know, he was like Oddjob in 007, you know, the little guy with the derby.
Number 61, Culp, was the stocky assassin of a ferocious defense that also featured Herculean hitman Bobby Bell, number 78, and Buck Buchanan, number 86, whose spindly legs propelled a powerful upper torso. On offense, Dave Hill, number 73, was a bulky blocker, and 6'10" tight end Morris Stroud, number 88, made an enemy defense seem like the 11 Dwarfs. Stroud was pro football's tallest player, but his talent wasn't quite as towering as his size.
We call him Tree. Tree could not catch a cold. I mean, he would be in the open. And the ball would hit Tree all over the place. It started at his head and hit him all the way down to his feet. For some reason, he just could not catch. But Hank loved that 6'10" size. Hank loved big people. I think he loves to stand around and give us orders.
Come on, fast. Line it up quickly. Move back a little bit, man. Move back. You're suffocating everybody here. Get open out there, will you, Jim?
Here's a guy, you know, 5'6", about 180 pounds, telling a guy 6'7", 280 pounds, you know, where to go. I think he loved doing that. Hank loved to walk around looking at all the big guys. You know, he couldn't pat you on your back because he couldn't reach that high. You know, he'd pat you on your fanny. But he loved that. I mean, we had Ernie Ladd. I mean, he loved Ernie Ladd. Hank called him Big Fella. I mean, Hank just loved looking up at Big Cat. I mean, just loved it.
Every meal he ate was like the Last Supper. He loved corned beef hash, and so we had corned beef hash for the pregame meals so that it would satisfy his taste before the game. But we had to start early with a pregame meal with him because it lasted a long time.
They used to have a restaurant that said all the eggs you could eat for 99 cents. Ladd went there 3 eggs a row, and they took the sign down. This is true story. His biggest trophy at home is a fork and a spoon. It's about this tall that he won the eating contest. He ate over 25 pounds of food. If Ernie Ladd could have had 2 good knees, which he didn't, you know, he'd have played forever for Hank.
While Ernie Ladd played with 2 bad knees, rugged tight end Fred Arbanis, number 84, played with only 1 good eye. Yet Arbanis' handicap made him perfect for a team that was defined by imperfections.
He got hit in the eye and he lost his eye, and the doctor told him he won't be able to play anymore ball, you know, because he couldn't see, you know, he damaged his eye. So he had to take that chance. He came back, he had the determination, because Coach Stramman, they didn't think he was going to be able to play tight end.
We were playing a game in Old Municipal Stadium in Kansas City, and he lost his eye. And he was looking around for it. One of the officials came over and said, "Hey, Freddie, what'll happen if you lose the other eye?" He said, "I'll become an official."
I admired Freddie for coming back. A lot of guys was what took the tank, gave up, but not Fred. And that is something about the whole team. That's how the whole team was back then.
Such determination enabled the Chiefs to triumph in Super Bowl IV.
Hey, we don't give them anything, man. We keep scoring that pressure on, putting the coal in the fire.
A 23-7 victory over Minnesota proved that a team that looked weird could also look sharp.
Odd looks, you know, that's what made the team. We had some big guys, we had some skinny guys, but everybody had their place on the team, and we could depend on every one of them. And when it came to play, hey, we came to play.
They came to play with wide bodies and wee men. With David standing shoulder to shoulder with Goliaths. The shaping force behind this unique blend was a little coach who knew how to win big. The Kansas City Chiefs. Individually, they might have appeared strange, but collectively, they were a team in the truest sense of the word. At 5'9", 180 pounds, Joe Delaney did not have the classic physique of a pro running back. But in 1981, he blazed his way to AFC Rookie of the Year honors by combining sprinter speed with a huge heart that burned with desire.
He gave everything he had. He played every down like it was his last down. He would run the ball, and he wasn't a big guy, and he would run the ball right up into a 250, 280-pound lineman, and he wouldn't think twice about it, you know, and he did that week in and week out.
In addition to his Rookie of the Year award, Joe Delaney rushed for over 1,100 yards and earned a Pro Bowl berth in his very first season. But what meant more to Joe Delaney, more than the accolades and the money that came with it, were his ties to the people of his hometown of Houghton, Louisiana. Houghton is a small, quiet community stuck in the rural backwoods of northwest Louisiana. It was here where Joe Delaney was raised. It was where he married Carolyn, his childhood sweetheart. It was where his 3 daughters were born.
He was really a homebody, and he never forgot Houghton. Every minute he had a chance, he'd come back to Houghton.
He would often get a carload of kids in the neighborhood, and he would take them, you know, like they would have softball games in the summertime at the school or at different schools in ball field, and he would take them to the games and things, and bring them back home, and they all get together and, you know, go to the store and get chips and pops and things, and he'll bring them over to the house, and they'd get out there and he played music for them or play his guitar, and they just would have a good time.
Kids were important to Joe Delaney, and it was his hope that his fame and status could provide them with much more than just potato chips and soda.
He said that one day when he retired, wouldn't be able to play football no more, he would like to come back to Hardin and build a big recreation center with pools and things for the kids that in his neighborhood, so they could get a chance to do the things that he couldn't do when he was growing up in his neighborhood.
Joe Delaney never got that chance. On June 29, 1983, Delaney was playing softball with friends at this public park in Monroe, Louisiana, when he heard the anguished cries of 3 young boys who had waded into a shallow but muddy nearby pond. Although he could not swim, Joe Delaney reacted in a fashion consistent with his nature.
There's a deep section there that they didn't know about, and it was about 6 foot deep, and the 3 of them went under at this time. And 2 of them didn't come up, but the 3rd one did come up. He ran to the bank and yelled for help. As he yelled for help, there was a large crowd of people in the park that day, and Joe Delaney was one of them. And as he heard the young child yell for help, well, he came running, and when he found out there were 2 boys who had just gone under the water here, well, he jumped in the water in an attempt to save them, and he didn't come up either.
Although it was a real shock when I found out exactly how it happened, it wasn't surprising. I mean, he really, really cared about people. He was a team player. He cared about his teammates, and I could just see him. Those children were in need, and he went to help them.
Maybe it's easier to accept it because of the way he died, but it's just too soon. Just too soon. You know, the good, what's the song? Only the good die young. Well, thankfully that's not true across the board, but that was a good man who died way, way before he should have been, because he had a lot left in him as a player, and certainly a lot more as a person.
They held Joe Delaney's funeral in the Houghton High School gym. It was the only place in town big enough to hold an overflowing crowd of loved ones and friends. That included, among others, then Kansas City Chiefs head coach John Mackovic.
Joe was a living hero, and I think you who are here today have known that for many, many years. Joe now is still a hero and always will be. We will miss Joe Delaney. We will never forget him.
The thing about Joe, man, he just, you know, he didn't try to be anything more than what he was. You know, he was himself. He was a football player. He was good people, man. You know, I think a lot of people appreciate him because of that.
I feel that he's still a part of me, and he's still helping me every day, you know, with the kids and things. I don't have any problem out of them or anything, you know, and it's just, I feel like he's just still here, a part of us.
By strict definition, a hero is a person of great strength, nobility, and courage. Such a person was Joe Delaney.